Hi friends, today we are going to learn about what is 3D printing. Nowadays we are hearing lot of noise about 3D printing. It can do wonders, it can print a spacecraft, it can print a home, it can print anything whatever we want, it can print organs. But we are going to see what are the roots of a 3D printing and what is 3D printing. So here the thing is 3D printing is nothing but whatever you can imagine in your brain, whatever you can imagine your brain, that you can replicate it in the CAD system. So whatever we are imagining, that we can replicate in a system by using any technique. It may be drawing from the scratch, or it may be scanning from a system, or it may be anything. We are converting it into or generating into a digital format. So whatever it is available in a digital format, that we can get it in a physical format. So here it is nothing but the simple whatever we are imagining in our brain, that we are going to replicate it in the system. Whatever we are replicating it in a system, that we are getting it in a physically. In the system we get it in a virtually, but when coming to a 3D printing we get the same thing in a physically. That is 3D printing. So what it is nothing but our imagination is in a limit. Whatever we can imagine, that we can replicate in a system, that is coming in a virtual, and whatever coming in a virtual, that we can print it in a 3D printing. Okay, so now we are having a different names for a 3D printing. So what are those names? We'll be seeing that. It is nothing but sometimes we call it as a 3D printing, sometimes we call it as additive manufacturing, sometimes we call it as a rapid prototyping, layered manufacturing, and many more names are there. Why these many names are coming up? So here the simple thing is, when the technology has been evolved, that time this technology is used for a prototyping purpose only. So that is the reason the technology is evolved as a rapid prototyping, making a prototype in a rapid way. But in the current scenario, here we are getting a direct final products which we can be used into a current daily life. So that is the reason this is a current latest manufacturing technology which follows a addition of a material or printing it up by a layer by layer. So that is the reason we call it as an additive manufacturing or layered manufacturing. But why we are calling it as a 3D printing, and why this name is so popular? This is very simple, because normally in our day-to-day life we have seen lot of 2D printers, what we will be getting as an image or a text. So in the 2D printers, what we are having, why we are calling them as a 2D printers, because it is having an X and an Y dimension. Whatever the thickness it is having, that is negligible. But coming to a 3D printing, whatever the thickness it is printing with, that matters. So that is the reason it is giving a one more dimension. So that is the reason we are calling it as a 3D printing. So now we are going to see how this is going to work. So it is nothing but, as we said, similar to the 2D printing, the 3D printing technology also works. But here what it is doing, it is printing in a first layer. So in case of a normal printing, here what it will printing, it is printing in a layer with a negligible thickness. But here it is printing it with a some amount of a thickness, that is nothing but called as a layered height. So here it is printing it with a some sort of a thickness. On top of that, again one more layer is printing. So here what is happening, on the top of one layer we are getting in a one more layer. So till when this is going on, this is going on till we are going to achieve the final product. So whatever we have designed in the CAD system, till that we will be achieving it here. We are achieving it till whatever we have drawn in a CAD system. So that is nothing but, here we are getting a complete model. So that is the reason we are calling it as a 3D printing. Instead of printing it in a 2-dimensional, here we are printing it with a 3-dimensional. So that is the reason we are calling it as a 3D printing. And so how it has been evolved? So if we are evolved in the 1980s by an Changhal. So why we are calling it as an infancy or an infant technology till 99? Because till 99 this has been used by a very few people or a very limited people. The reason is that that time the technology is not so effective and it is very expensive, so that there is a very less chances that or very limited access to the technology. But after 99 this technology has been came available to most of the research institutes and industries or universities. So here lot of development has been happened. So here the educational sector and the research sector is the one which has been grown rapidly from 99 to 2010. So after 2010 what happened is there has been a drastic change in the 3D printing technology or in a rapid prototyping technology or additive manufacturing. Why? After 2010 lot of patents got expired, so we got an very low cost 3D printers which are available for common people or even for universities or colleges with a very limited funding. So here from if we see from 2010 there is a lot of an improvement in the technology which has been happened, and this has been continuing till today. If we see the classification of a 3D printing or an additive manufacturing technology, various people has been classified it in a different ways. Some people has been given in a classification based upon the raw material it has been used. For example, it may be in a solid material, it may be in a liquid material, it may be in a powder material, it may be in the sheets form, like that, whatever it has been used. Based upon that different classifications are there. And some people say it is in a classification based upon the printing technology. So what is the type of a printing technology, whether we are using in a binder, we are using in a sheets, we are using in a liquid, we are using in a laser. So based upon the technology this has been classified by some of them, and some other are classified based upon the application. If we see in a organ printing, if we see in a construction, if we see in a food technology, so there are different type of classifications in case of 3D printing. So where I can use this 3D printing? So the simple answer is you can use it in anywhere. Anywhere you can use it in education, you can use it in medical, food, fashion, anywhere, because whatever we do in a conventional we can get the customized one with the help of a 3D printing technology. So it is an endless applications are there in a 3D printing or an additive manufacturing. It is growing day by day. And what are the advantages I am going to get by using this 3D printing technology? It is nothing but it is a low cost and it gives a complete freedom to the designer. So whatever I am thinking I can be making it in a CAD system, and that part I can get it in a outside or I can get it physically. It's a most suitable for making of a customized components. So this best suitable for a mass customization, especially for mass customization. But with the improvement in the technology, this is nowadays it is competing with a mass production also. But for this still it may require some more time, but it is best suitable technology for a customized components. Thank you guys, I hope this is